Assalamu alaikum students. So this is the third part of the lesson Introduction to Economics. In this lesson we have already seen the family budget and the types of economy. Now in this lesson we will study about Adam Smith. Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. In his book Wealth of Nation, published in 1776, he had defined economic as the science of wealth. Now let's see the factor affecting an economy. Means economy are affected by which factors? First of all, geographical area and natural resources. Second, population. Third, occupation. Occupations, there are lots of occupation. Primary occupation, secondary occupation, tertiary occupation, and the government policies. All these factors are affecting the economy. Now, also you have to remember, economy is an important social subject. We use economics as on a large scale in agriculture, trade, finance, administration, law, and in our daily life. Economics holds a paramount importance in the social development of humans. Globalization of the economy. The recent economic policies are taking the economy towards globalization. Globalization means building a world economy. World economy is a borderless economy in which natural resources, profit, services, capital, labor, and technology flows freely across border of countries. Globalization means aligning the country economy with the world economy. There is a free trade and all restrictions on the investment are set aside. Here I am giving an example you. If you buy some fridge or electronic things or many other things, then you have to give cash to the shopper and he will give you a bill. And you may have seen the bill. There is a, nowadays it is called GST. G as goods service tax. It may be 18%, 12%. So the 12% of that amount, purchase amount, is gone to the state government, 50%, and 50% gone to the central government. This is the income of the government. This is called economy. Now let's see the function of an economy. Every country has a different economy. Nevertheless, the main function of economy are similar. Some of the main function of the economy are as follows. First, deciding the product and quantity of its production, minimize the production cost as much as possible, distribution of national income according to social and economic justice, making appropriate provision for the economic needs to the future, deciding for whom the goods will be produced. Thus, an economy strives to create a balance between limited sources and unlimited needs. Here I want to add something that India is an agriculture country. If India focused especially on agriculture, then the economy of our India will increase. When India depend on other countries for the development like industries and other mobiles, electronic gadgets, different things, the India will import many things and export very less. So Indian economy will be goes down and Indian economy goes down. So here a task for you. Can you do it? Suppose you are the finance minister of an agrarian country, giving the priority to overall development of the country. Make a 5-point program. Means suppose you are a minister of India, because India is an agrarian country. Agriculture is the main occupation of India, and you have to develop the India. And how you take decisions, you have to make at least 5 points. So I give you 5 points. This will help you to write the answer of this question. So first of all, to stop exploitation of the farmers. In India, the farmers are very exploited by the sahukars, banks, and different loans. You may have seen that or read the news about the suicide of farmers because of loan he can't pay. The next, to give them proper guidance, means the government should give the proper guidance to the farmer how to use seeds, what is the beneficial crops for them to upliftment of their lives. Then third, to provide them electric power equipments, means the government should provide them electricity, water, and different types of modern equipments for their field and farms. Last, fourth, to give higher rates to their crops. Here it is the very big problem. In India, the farmer never get the right price of their products. For example, the rice, you may buy the rice at least 50 rupees per kg or 60 rupees per kg, but the buyer, means the industrial person, which is purchased only 30 to 20 rupees per kg from the farmers, then process on the rice and sell it 60 to 100 rupees per kg on the market. And last point, to secure their future, means the farmers future should be secured by the government. The farmers children should be educated. If they educated, then they will sell their product online, or they will search the market where they get their better price for their crops. So this is the 5-point program as a finance minister of an agrarian country. So read the lesson. In next session we will start inshallah next chapter. Till assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.